Your eyes, the heart with your eyes. Your eyes, the heart with your eyes. Your eyes, the heart with your eyes. Your eyes, the heart with your eyes.
only. What was your third question that I forgot? What is there a 24-hour?
Yeah.
Second?
Footage. The 24-hour live footage.
So live footage. So by that you mean there's like 24 hours consecutively unedited?
Yeah, because that's what was basically, they faked it for years, and then that's what was promised.
So yes. Okay. So live stream. When we got there, they tried to set up a live stream. Mark was there and tried to put it on Candace's Rumble. They set up a phone and you had to manually move it and track it. At like 12 hours, a little after 12 hours, the phone crashed. So the live stream didn't work.
And yeah, one last thing is the 24-hour live stream that we attempted down there. There were a couple of factors that happened. So Will brought his own Starlink. He brought this gigantic, it's like a marine, it's like a $2,500 antenna because you need a special Starlink for Antarctica apparently. So he set it up at home, he tested it, it worked, didn't leave it powered up for long, and brought it down to Antarctica. Apparently it required a software update, which went at 3 o'clock in the morning, Antarctica time, which was still broad daylight down there, and that took it offline. So, but things happen when you're in one of the most extreme and remote environments in the world.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Just a quick mic check. Please let me know if you guys can hear me. Guys, I can't hear my own sound now. So please let me know if you guys can hear me. All right, great. Guys, I can't hear my own sound now. Great. All right, welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you guys are doing fine. Flatter Deplorable is in the house. Crystal, Jen, DSN, Daniel Almeida. A lot of good people here. Darkest, Russell. Russell, I love my computer. Every day I love it more and more. So many good people here. I'm going to play this banner here while we talk today. Got a few topics to start with. I did want to play this video again of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica that was never sold live. And when I say 4,000 miles, it's because the guys in São Paulo, Brazil, from São Paulo to Union Glacier, it's 4,000 miles. And several years, they've been trying to call the guy who works there, who was with Duffy and the guys in Antarctica. They have tried to call him at midnight and ask him to show the 24-hour sun. They never do it. And every time midnight, every year, 2023, 2020, 2022, they've tried, called them. They got their numbers there in Union Glacier. So they call at midnight at Union Glacier, ask them to show the 24-hour sun. They can never show. All right, so important Bible verse. We know that we are from God and that the whole world is under the control of the evil one. This is the Portuguese translation. I know the King James has a different one, but this is how it is translated in Portuguese. So I try to show you guys how it is to us. That shows that the whole world is under the influence of the evil one. So just a reminder that these guys in Antarctica, they are making this documentary, or we should call mockumentary, and they are preparing to totally roll out the idea that their 24-hour sun was digitally manipulated. And they are working on that. The documentary will have plenty of sound bites against the idea that they have manipulated the sun. They might have gone to Antarctica, no doubt about it. People who are in the club have access there. But as far as a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, only by means of digital manipulation. And they will roll this out. We're going to talk about it. I have a short video that I wanted to play. I've been willing to play this video for several weeks. We are talking about AI now, but take a listen to this from 2002.
Guys, they predicted AI 23 years ago. Keep watching.
Fun playing with the new AI toys. Well, yeah, I am. You can make pictures of cute anime girls and...
Enjoy it while it lasts, Raiden.
What do you mean?
Did you really think that civilians would be granted unrestricted access to such powerful military weapons forever?
Military weapons. Are you implying that this technology was created by the government?
Of course it was. This AI technology has been used by the intelligence agencies to warp the public's perception of reality for years.
All right, this video is from 2002, if I'm not sure, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah. So this is what's going on. They have had this technology for several years. Not just, it hasn't been released, Whenever they say like, somebody shared on Instagram, yes. Whenever they say, oh, we are 15,000, we are 15 years away from this or from there, it means they have already had this technology for 10, 15 years. So it's not really away. They have had it for 10, 15, 20 years. All right, so shout out to all of you, a lot of good people here. So we had some issues last week. I had a video, I put out a video, and we're gonna do it again. So please, because I'm having trouble listening to myself, if you guys have any problem listening to me, let me know so I can try to correct this immediately. So guys, last week I put out a video, okay? And I was kind of forced to take it down, and I will explain today. I'm gonna go over, actually I'm gonna redo the video today. I'm gonna just make some changes, but I'm gonna basically show the same information as I did last week. All right, so we all went through censorship back in 2020, 2021, 2022. Several times I was forced to take down videos. I got strikes and everything. So it seems like a lot of people claim to be against the establishment, against the governments, against control, but they rapidly run towards it when they need it. So they kind of, perhaps they are part of the control of the government, because whenever they want to threaten somebody, force someone into submission, they claim to use they go, they call for backup from their government daddy, and threaten people. And we're gonna go over all this stuff. So let me go ahead and get started. Let me remove this comment here, and I will get back to the banner later. For now, let's just use the screen. So I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm having trouble checking my own sound. Thanks, Russell. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, okay? So last week I uploaded a video. I was talking about Flatzoid and his channel and his symbolism, okay? So I made a video first about 2 weeks ago. He went wild. He had a lot of reactions to that. And so I made a second video last week, and the second video, he really, the guys really went wild. So let me share here. I was threatened, and I'm going to share with you guys here. This is my presentation for today. So I still have the video up. I uploaded to my backup channel. It's right there, 1 hour 34 or 1. It's private, but we will not need it anymore because I'm going to make the presentation again today. I'm just going to make some changes. So I'm going to show here, Banjo is crying, say I threatened him, so he took down 2 videos. This is a copy of what I commented. Eddie, please have a good think about what you have done. You do not know me. You have made feel certain way, and I have depression and anxiety. So when the guy told me he had depression and anxiety, I felt really bad. I don't want anybody to harm themselves because of any videos. So, although I felt like betrayed later, and I will explain. So here's the threat right here. I am downloading these videos as there is enough said for a good case by all of us for slander, defamation of character, and harassment. I wouldn't even go as far as to report your channel to YouTube for harassment and victimization, which I did nothing on that. I just asked the question, what's up with the symbolism? I just asked this question. What's up with the symbolism? So we're going to go over it again. Here he had saying that he made no threats when the threat is right here. But what I will do, this is Flatzoid's channel. So he deals with his moderators, his administrators, whatever. So the problem is that his moderator spam my channel with his one-eye symbolism. And I asked him, you're welcome to comment here. I already had taken down the videos, so you can comment if you want, but don't spam with your one-eye symbolism. And the guy just spammed like a kid, So I removed his comments and only left one there. And when I checked again, another round of spam, And I told him, the same way he has anxiety and depression, I have also a problem when I see the one-eye symbolism. I don't like it. I feel bad. I don't feel, so I don't want anybody spamming my channel with the one-eye symbolism. This is what you see in New York City under the World Trade Center. These guys claim that the symbolism means nothing. It means a lot, okay? And they show their symbolism everywhere. You see the subway station there. So I don't want anybody, any of my moderators, or anybody spamming the channel, displaying their one-eye symbolism. They can do that at Flatzoid's channel. Seems that it's welcome over there, but not over here. So I'm gonna focus on Flatzoid and Siri's responsibility. So let me start where I had to take it down. So last week, I started by saying that the symbolism is there. This is the 2024 Olympic Games. You see all those athletes either being sponsored by or being a member of a certain group, and they are displaying the symbolism of what they, represent. And I was really clear, I wanted to know more about this symbolism. So I went to ChatGPT. Let me first explain this for you guys. Okay, let's watch this short video real quick here.
Why do celebrities cover one eye?
Because it's a ritual, a signal, a contract hidden in plain sight. When a celebrity covers one eye, they're taking part in a coded language that's been passed down through secret orders and power structures for centuries. It says, open quote, I'm in. I'll play the role. I'll follow the script. Close quote. It goes back to the Eye of Horus, a mark of submission, a mask of half-truth. Covering one eye shows allegiance to illusion. It hides your ability to see fully, to see spiritually. And in the industry, it became a quiet way of showing the world, I'm owned. Some celebrities know exactly what they're doing. Others are styled into it without understanding, just told it looks cool. But deep down, it's all programming. Because if you see the symbol enough times without questioning it, you start accepting blindness as normal.
Now, the secret identity of this one eye lies in the heart of this religion that lives, breathes, feeds, and grows deep inside of Freemasonry. And Freemasonry camouflages it very successfully. So it goes undetected and undisturbed until it ultimately fulfills a thing called the Great Work. That's what they call it. And they will succeed very shortly. Nothing can stop it now. And I think some of you can sense that something's coming. And who do we trust more than anyone in the world right now? This bloke. And there he is, giving the sign of the hidden hand in front of the whole world. The hidden hand sign is technically called the sign of the master of the second veil in Freemasonry. Veil, get it? Meaning hidden.
I've never seen any normal person do that. Why do they do this?
Yeah, so what is that one-eyed thing all about? You'll see the shadow picture of this covenant agreement in 1 Samuel 11. Basically, the people are making a covenant with the bad guys in order to bring a reproach upon all Israel. Now remember, Israel in scripture is one who strives with Yah, one who strives with God. And so they make this covenant that they're going to dig out their right eyes to bring on a reproach on the people who strive with Yah, strive with God, Israel. And the elders are saying, just leave us alone for 7 days and we're going to send messengers into Israel, and if no one comes to save us, we shall come out to you. The moral of the story, these people have marked their right eye in order to be in covenant with the enemy because they hate God's people. They're slaves, nothing to be jealous of.
Lady Gaga flashes the one-eye symbolism towards a TV host after he pronounces the words "Good Lord," meaning our Lord Jesus Christ. While she talks about her intimate life, the TV host reacts by saying, "Good Lord." When the camera turns towards Lady Gaga, she is caught facing the TV host, covering his eye upon hearing the words "Good Lord."
So you guys see there is a symbolism and it means something. These guys want to play like there is nothing there, but there is something there. So I went ahead, you heard the guy explaining about Freemasonry being a religion. And I'm not going to read, last week I did read the whole thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But I did go to ChatGPT, and that's what I got. Although Freemasonry officially states that it's not a religion, many of its practices have religious-like characteristics. This has led some states like California to classify it as such for legal or tax purposes. Below are 5 elements that give Freemasonry a religious character. Number 1, prayer in lodge meetings. Number 2, the sacred texts on the altar. Number 3, rituals and moral teachings. Number 4, use of hymns and singing. And number 5, belief in a supreme being is required. So, and these are the symbols. The main 2 symbols are these, are on their apron. Those 2 symbols represent this religion called Freemasonry. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. So as you can see, as far as I'm going right now, there's no slandering, there's nothing. I'm just presenting some facts, So I also played a video by some Christians. Actually, there are 3 major churches, the Catholic Church, the Greek Orthodox Church, and the Protestant Church, explaining that if you are a Christian, you should not be involved in Freemasonry. So I'm going to play 2 of those. I'm not going to play all 3 because the Catholic priest, he went on for too long. But these 2 here might give you an idea if you are a Christian. And first of all, I want to request, even if you're not a Christian, but you're here watching, if you are a mathematician or a psychologist, I will need your help today because I'm going to bring some numbers. And we're going to look at those numbers to see the statistics and the behavior of people. So please, even if you don't want to get involved in religion, stay around because it's not just religion, it's behavior, it's numbers. So please think around. And also, if you are in the military or law enforcement, because this is one of the reasons we are doing what we are doing now. So let's listen to this first.
Freemasonry is another religion. Freemasonry is totally incompatible with orthodoxy, period. Can I be more clear? Contemporary saints have examined Freemasonry. Elder Athanasius has 5 lectures on Freemasonry. He talks about it all the time in his lectures. And they're very, very clear. The Orthodox Church of Greece has condemned Freemasonry as incompatible with being an Orthodox Christian in council multiple times. So there's no question on the Orthodox side that Freemasonry is incompatible with being an Orthodox Christian.
Masons are found at the top of many mainstream religions. Remember, it's ecumenical. That means bringing all religions together into one house. Make no mistake, Freemasonry is a polytheistic religion, many gods. Even the state of California has ruled that it is a religion. The IRS has a special tax-free designation for Masonic lodges also. Albert Pike wrote a book called Morals and Dogma, which is essentially the handbook for Freemasonry. If it's a religion, that's their Bible, hands down. That is their number one reference. He's the number one referred. When you become one, they give you a copy, they tell you read him, and you'll understand the religion. If you know somebody that's involved in Freemasonry, I would encourage you to warn them that there's one God, and it's Jesus that will judge them at the end.
All right, let me just check the chat a little bit, because again, when I play the audio, I'm not listening. I always listen. I can listen to, but for some reason, I'm not listening to this audio. So just check. You guys okay? Can you hear me well? Just let me know, guys. Can you hear me well? Because I can't hear my own sound. Okay, thanks. All right, so let's proceed, okay? So this is what I presented last week. I did not attack anybody. I just presented what the leaders of the church talks about, that a Christian should not join or be part of another religion, in this case, Freemasonry. And it's very clear that it is a religion for tax purpose, for everything. So, all right, so we are clear on that, all right? So let's move on with the next part. All right, so the very first show I made on 2 weeks ago that I talked about this subject, it was about Flatzoid's symbolism here, right, with one eye. Now you can see that everything here is adjusted perfectly, all right, but for some reason, one eye has been cut out. And this is not something new, okay? I've seen people talking about, like 1 year ago, people already were talking about this stuff. And I'm gonna have to show you, like there is a template, okay? This is the template, and this is basically what you use to create your banner. So you gotta know what you're doing, right? That's for TV, desktop, tablets, everything is here. All right, so when I designed both my profile picture and my banner, that's what I used. I used this template, and then you position. I don't want to have anything cut out, so that's why we have banners. So when Flatzoid designed his banner, he had the PayPal symbol right here in the middle. Everything was designed accordingly, to what he wanted to present. Now he claimed that, actually, let me play this video real quick. This tutorial goes back like 7 years ago. It was uploaded 7 years ago. So listen to what this guy says.
In today's tutorial, you will learn how to put a banner on a YouTube channel. Open a web browser. Go to the home page of your YouTube channel. Click on the pencil icon at the top right corner of banner space. Select Edit Channel Art. You can click on your photos and choose a banner from previous photos if you have some. You can check Gallery for stock pictures. You can click on Upload Photos, which we will choose. Click on Select a photo from your computer. Choose the file and click on Open. Click on Adjust the crop. Crop the picture. Click on Devices Preview. Click on Select to finish. That's it. Thanks for watching the video.
Now, in order to change your profile picture, you want to go to youtube.com and make sure you're signed in to your profile using your Gmail account. And in this upper right hand corner, you're going to see a profile picture. If you select that, you want to go to your channel. And from here, it's really easy. All you have to do is take your mouse and hover it over the picture, and you're going to see it says Edit Profile Picture. So we are going to select that. It's going to open up a new tab in the YouTube Studio. Right here is where we can remove the photo or we can change the photo. So if you select change, it's going to open up this Finder window and you're able to kind of go through your documents. So we're going to select that, hit open, and now we are able to crop in and set our profile picture exactly how we want to.
Just check. I've been losing sound when I play those videos. Just please let me know if you guys can hear me again, or if you guys heard the video. Yes, I'm broadcasting, but I'm just broadcasting on one channel, just my main channel. All right, guys, so you can hear well all the videos. Okay, thanks. All right, let me continue. All right, let me continue. So you heard the guys explaining you need you have total control under, these guys want us to believe that we don't have control, but we do. So somebody asked Fred Zoid, being completely honest here, well, what do you mean you set up your streams for a TV audience? I don't know anyone that watches YouTube on a TV. Did you mean computer screen? And Fred Zoid answers, you are able to see who your target audience is and where they watch your content. The rate on my channel shows majority watch my content on the TV, so I cater to the layout for them. And the others comment, the layout is the same as I showed you guys. I use phone, tablet, and TV stop line. Right? So YouTube viewers by device, pie chart, or bar chart, 75% of YouTube viewers watch their content on phones. Only 24% watch it on TV. Right, so it's very hard to believe his claim, not saying he's lying, I'm just saying it's hard to believe. Let me show you something right now. I'm gonna go to my channel, main channel, and we're gonna do this live. Okay, let me switch to my main channel. And let's check this out. Let's see how it works. So that's how you do. Okay, you go to Studio, and you go to Analytics right here. You go to Advanced Mode. And then here, Content, you go to Device Type. So you see there, 52% of my content views, the blue one is mobile phone. And then you have computer, which is the green one. Now TV is only like 18%. All right. And if you go as far back as you can, like let's say to 2021, 22, whenever he put up his channel, it was even lower, the TV viewer, because there were less smart TVs, less internet service on TV, the combination. So it makes hard to believe that someone might set up his content to TV viewers when clearly, the amount of people who watches TV are now the old people. Unless the old people, nursing homes, hospitals, they have their TV on, and that's where those people watch Fred Zoid's content. It makes it hard to believe. That's why I ask you guys, mathematicians, whatever, computer analytics, to back up my, what I'm saying, because according to the numbers, 3 times more people watch their content, YouTube contents on TV. I mean, 3 times more people watch on iPhone, on cell phones, regular, or computers than on TV. When I take the train in the morning, people are watching YouTube on the train, but they have on their cell phone. So, it makes hard to believe, what his claims. But again, let's say that, all right, maybe his channel alone has more TV viewers than any other, just his channel alone. Okay, let's give him this, right? What about the other symbolisms? Okay, so this is one of his live stream. And he is commenting right here. When you zoom in on this comment, you see there, there is an effort into doing this. You don't do it. It doesn't happen randomly. You saw the tutorial, the guy explaining how you have to go and set things up accordingly, which we will do right now. I'm going to go live again. Let me just check my because again, I'm having trouble checking my own sound. So let me see if you guys can hear me well. Check the comments here. So you guys can hear me well. Just let me know. You can hear me well, right? Just let me know so I can continue because I'm having trouble listening to my own. Joyce. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to show you here live how we do. One more time, I'm going to show you how we adjust our own profile picture. So share screen again. So this is my backup channel, Flat Earth Sermons. So let's say that I don't like my let me go here, my channel right here. So let's say that I don't like this profile picture. Okay, I'm gonna change it. So let's do it all live. The guy explains pretty easy. All you gotta do, click here on the camera, takes us here, change. So let's say that I wanna have this picture here. All right. So I can adjust the way I want it. If you want to display one eye, you have to do it manually. You know, you got to do it manually. It doesn't do it automatically. Right? You have to manually adjust the picture. And then he was defending Tim Pool, saying, "Oh yeah, he did it. He can write his initials here, you know, on his show. But the way he did, he cut one eye. You know, he cut it one eye like this. All right? So you have power to do it, and they want us to believe that you have no power. And now, if it's not only this one, okay, there is another one. You see here, no problem. You just see, oh, okay, there's no problem. But again, the thumbnail, you see the one eye symbolism right there. Okay, so those are things that are not randomly. That's why I'm asking you guys, mathematicians, is there any probability this was done randomly by the computer without any thought process behind it, without any manual input, like I'm talking about human intelligence input? Is it possible? Because the guys are saying that maybe randomly the computer did. So the other excuse is that there is nothing wrong with the symbolism. But as we have seen so far, there's plenty of things wrong with the symbolism, right? So I don't know if you guys saw this video right here. Let me go, I don't want to skip slides. So back a couple of years ago, this became a meme, right? This air freshener didn't hang itself. This flag did not hang itself. If there are even products for sale at Etsy, eBay, Amazon, okay, became a meme. So the same way, these profile pictures and thumbnails did not add themselves. There must have been some human intelligence behind it and positioning these thumbnails and these profile pictures the way they are displayed. So there must have been some thought process behind it, So what is the message being transmitted here? That's what I'm curious. That's why I asked in my very first live stream about this subject. What's up with the symbolism? Okay, what's up with the symbolism? That's all I asked. All right. So Flatsoid went on saying, "Oh, there's nothing wrong." Now he's defending everything, that there's nothing wrong with this. Okay, he even went to the extent to say there was nothing wrong with the symbolism right here, and that's what we're gonna take a look right now. Guys, I'll check the chat in just a minute. Okay, I want to finish with this, so take a listen to this.
But I mean, even points out from behind the curve with Jeranism, where they take a still shot, they take a screenshot of him standing and half his face is in the dark, in the shadow. Therefore, he's posed that way for one eye symbolization. That I think was unintentional. It was literally from a documentary, and they took a screenshot.
Which adds to 33 because I'm a Masonic shield.
He just said, he spoke pretty quick there, that he was married on 11/11/11, which equals 33.
Shout out to Russian Vids who has been exposing these guys for years. You know, I refused to listen to him, but you know, he was right the whole time. So shout out. So there you see, you know, now Flatzoid even making apologies for Jaren. You know, when we know that the whole Behind the Curve movie was a mockumentary. No, it wasn't a documentary. Now Flatzoid is calling this a documentary. You know, now where was he when he himself used the same image? He himself used, and where was he when the MGTV and ODD was exposing the guys from the Behind the Curve movie? He went as far as showing how Patricia Steele and Mike Sargent were, since 2010, they had their domains name, they had everything ready. You know, where was Flatzoid? How can he call that a documentary when everything was planned from the very beginning? You know, every detail, every picture, every pose, everything was planned, right? How can he be defending this now? Where was Flatzoid? Okay, when Pastor Dean Odo had his 3 sermon series on Behind the Curve, calling Behind the Circles. He exposed everything behind those guys, how everything was, those guys are all involved with the occultism. Okay, how can Flatzoid have no discernment and see those guys, everything as was designed to be like it is? Okay, how can he call just a documentary? So this is, I don't know if you guys saw this last Friday. Jeff Bezos, he posted this on his Instagram. Look at all the symbolism. We all know what panda means, okay? The black eye, we know. And he covered one of the eyes, so he has this panda with one eye, and he posted on his Instagram. Yeah, Flatzoid would say it's just an stepped animal, okay? Look at Messi here, all right? But this is just a soccer ball now because they are normalizing. They are saying this symbolism means nothing because they want to defend themselves, their symbolism. So they're including everybody. So nobody's guilty, right? So they're calling all this just like, he just likes Adidas. It's just an ad for Tiffany's. It's just that he loves flowers. She's just showing her ring. Now, I believe what she was doing to the reporter, she was like cursing him, throwing him a curse or something, you know? She was using the symbolism to like, stay away from me, you know, something like that. Just like we say, behind me is Satan. I think she was doing the same thing towards the guy through the symbolism. So the symbolism means something. They use for something. How are these guys allowing this? How is Flatzoid? Not these guys. I gotta focus on Flatzoid only. So how is he allowing this? The guys were mocking. After I did my first show, they were all mocking me, and normalizing and calling each other like master of ceremonies, just normalizing. That's what they do, So Flatzoid would say it's just pizza here. And they all making fun. What do? These guys. When we point these things out, they all take it and start making fun. And then they exploit the team, they show off, and they say these guys are crazy, that's nothing wrong with this, they're normalized. So that's what the Flatzoid's doing with this channel. He's normalizing the one-eye symbolism, so people will not interpret his own symbolism as being like something else. So this is what I said, desensitization. The spiritual battle, desensitization. So one of our spiritual enemies' primary tactics is deceit. Deceit is what helps him stay concealed, work in the dark behind the scenes, be a master counterfeiter and promoter of lies. He's so good at it that He can even get people to believe the good is evil and evil good. Isaiah 5:20. How does he do that? Mostly by desensitizing people to evil in slow incremental steps, like slowly turning up the heat on the frog in the pot of water. Before you know it, you are in boiling water and you never even felt the heat until it was too late. So that's what these guys were doing. They started making fun of me, and they all started displaying the symbolism there, and Flatzoid did nothing about it. He even played along. All right, so then, they went as far as asking me to apologize to all these guys, that I should make a video apologizing to all of them. They are all displaying symbolism, and this symbolism means something. We saw in the beginning, they want me to apologize to all these guys. This is Witsit right here, symbolism, all his moderators displaying symbolism right here, Eye of Horus, whatever. Witsit when he welcomed Duffy, it's everywhere, right? These guys display symbolism everywhere, right? The Pacquiao here, it does mean something. Now they are even showing the Hindu gods, so there is no stopping. Mark Sargent, Arvin. So they display symbolism, left and right. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil. And they're saying there's nothing wrong with that. You saw at the beginning, there is something wrong with this. I'm almost at the end. So he went on a rampage. He did a YouTube short about me, and then he did a whole show, 2 hours, and because I called him out on the symbolism, and he did another one, and he inverted, even though he has no proof, he has nothing of me displaying any symbolism, and I do have, which I'm presenting right now. Actually, guys, you can go live right now on his backup channel. It's right there. That's his backup channel. It's still there. Okay? It's still there. So what I'm showing, it's his stuff. So he has nothing to show about me, and he comes up with this. And he even went to the extent to praise, to love, to heart Dave Wise, the guy who's always wrong, on the wrong side, always on the wrong side. Okay? Here's the TFE super defender. Okay, look, let's pay attention here. He's always on the wrong side. He defended Patricia Mark against MGTV and ODD TV. I remember well when ODD TV put out that video talking about, how they had their domain since 2010, whatever. There was defending Patricia Mark. There was a comment there by the TFE Super Defender. And then when Behind the Curve came out, there was he, a Buster defending Behind the Curve, the whole mockumentary. When I said about Jaron's Home Depot, there was he defending Jaron, say, oh, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. Yes, he did. He defended Jaron again against, what's his name, Brother Sanchez. When Brother Sanchez pointed out, he defended Jaron when he went to Nachiketa. He defended Jaron against Z. He defended Jaron when I said that he was working with Duffy. He defended the Home Depot Earth when he went to JLP show. And then he started defending DFE. He was defending, putting out videos in the Shadow Gates or whatever. He defended Austin, or coach at Austin, because he says he moderated Austin and Dustin Nemos, but that's not what Dustin Nemos says. He says he debated both guys. He defended the actor and producer Jonathan Mariande. 17 movies the guy has, 17 movies, plus he's a Hollywood producer. So TFE Super Defender, he's always on the wrong side. He's always defending the Shills. And now he's defending Flatzoid. So I don't know if getting a comment by David Wise helps Flatzoid or damages even more his reputation. totally sinks him. I don't know, but he loved the comment. And seems like some people have short memories, you know. Don't you guys remember what he did to Leo? If you don't remember, let's refresh your memory.
I'm officially rejecting the final experiment. There's just been too many problems to take it seriously. Hasn't been done in a scientific manner. We didn't get the live 24-hour feed like promised. And then we've had essentially problem after problem. Vapegate, Footprintgate, Mountain Shadow Gate, Same Sun and Flares 24 hours later gate, the Ghost Camp. And now we've got Ratgate. You're probably thinking, Ratgate? Yeah, Ratgate. Ratgate's a strange one, where essentially I was made aware of a propaganda video that was made about me by a flat earther, where I was in an FE donkey video, where essentially the person in question, Brian Leakey, tried to do a video defending Vapegate, but his whole video was based on a lie. Thankfully, Taboo Conspiracy had corrected the lie in the comments section. But what made it quite disappointing was seeing David Weiss in the comments section encouraging Brian Leakey to make this video, patting him on the back, even though the video was based on a lie. Remember, David Weiss has been doing damage control for this final experiment. He's backed this final experiment project 100% all the way, despite all the issues that have been highlighted by the community that he would usually thank for pointing out these problems. He's actually gone against. He's since taken down every one of his propaganda videos where he attempted to defend the final experiment. I think he realised how much damage he'd done to his reputation by actually taking that stance. If someone, a so-called truther, flat earth celebrity, is encouraging naive flat earthers to make content about me based on lies, defending sketchy situations like Vapegate, you're not making yourself look very credible. Then when I asked you to account for your actions, I asked you for an apology and you ran away. You've since been scurrying around in the background on damage control. You've now realised it's better to take your videos down because you've made yourself look rather bad to the whole community. Not me. You made yourself look bad, Dave. And the fact you encouraged Brian to make that video was kind of the icing on the cake. Who would have thought celebrity flat earthers would be encouraging naive, gullible flat earthers to make content that's based on lies to defend a pantomime that's called The Final Experiment, bearing in mind David Weiss had called the organiser, funder of The Final Experiment a demon. None of it makes sense unless you strip it bare, remove any emotions. Dave, you're on task. You're a dishonest individual. You're part of a crew of people who are misrepresenting the demonstrable truth. You, David Weiss, caused these problems with regards to the final experiment. You then gaslit loads of people by saying the flat earth is impossible if there's a circling sun in Antarctica. You're illogical, Dave. You're at it, mate. You're a little rat. I don't have a soft spot for dishonest individuals scurrying around in the background, causing problems. Particularly all the sketchiness and all the dishonesty that seems to have gone on, and the scurrying around in the background by so-called truthers who are clearly at it. Shame on you, Dave. You're a little rat.
So I don't know if these guys have any memory, maybe they, how can you even heart, comment by somebody who has been always on the wrong side, always working with the opposition, He seems to be working on our side, but behind he's always defending the Shills, So I don't know. So TFE, been thinking with this couple of friends and talking. TFE has a lot of infiltrators, a lot, not only the ones that we have seen, but several ones, And a lot of people are working, calling themselves flat earthers, but they are still working with TFE, right? They, Jaron, of course, with Sid, the David Wise, we know about Patricia Spear. She has no influence, no, Floppy Davidson on the ball. Mike Sargent promoting his Behind the Curve, and he's can't wait to promote this new mockumentary, the TFE documentary. Other 24-hour Sanflettis like Karen B, Alonso, Steven Alonso, Humvee Guy, all promoting the 24-hour Sun. They are working really tight hands together, behind the scene, you know. And if you don't believe me, take a listen to this.
The documentary that I'm patiently waiting for.
Yeah.
And can't wait to see what happens there.
And by the way, when that movie comes out, this is my prediction. I don't know anything, but the big part of that movie is going to be all of the dumb shit flat earthers said, about being in a studio and stuff like that. It's going to be that's going to be a big part of the movie, in my opinion.
So he's telling us right there that they're going to spend a lot of time to discredit anything that we might say that the sun was digitally manipulated done there, because there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So there's only one way that they can produce one is digitally making. As I have showed you from the beginning, AI has been present for 20 years, and there's many ways they can do it. The trip to Antarctica, no problem for them to go. The 24-hour sun has to be manipulated, done in other way, because there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So they're going to spend a lot of time in the movie they're going to do like Mythbusters, Mythbusters to try to debunk the moonland deniers. They explore the possibility, but they really didn't show, the truth. That's what they're going to do. And you see the insider David Wise telling us about it, right? So let me check, guys, with you if you guys can hear me well. I don't know. Yeah, the whole thing, was to attack the flat. Actually, I was surprised because I think when Flatzoid got together with his pals, they were attacking me because of the map, So it's amazing. So guys, my point, I'm not gonna take this video down. I did not slander anybody. I presented what we have been seeing in the last 6 months or 8 months. I don't know how long it's been, like actually 9 months, I guess, since December last year. We are in August already. So this guy's working, everything. TFE would never have happened if it had not been by these guys, by Jaron, by Witzit and David Wise and some others behind. A couple of years ago, I think there was a Glober, Red Rhetorics, or another one. I forgot the name of the other one. I don't think they were in the group that was formed by Google and all these guys like Fight the Flat Earth, Mike Toon, Simon Dan. They are pretty new, 2018, I guess. 2019, I don't know. But this is the group formed by Google, which I believe is totally funded 100% by Google and the government Shills. Before that, there were a couple of Globers, and they were giving a hard time to Jaron and Globusters. They deleted him, they blocked him, and the guy just went away. They went away, never heard of them again. So if those guys wanted to do the same thing with TFE, if they were legit, they could have done this from the very beginning. But they are feeding the beast because they are parts of the, which channel? Which channel you're talking about? Well, I don't know, man. The problem is, Daniel, he's been displaying the symbolism, And just to finish my thoughts here, let me finish what I have to say, and then I'll just answer questions, okay? Let me present my end my presentation, So the problem is symbolism, right? So I took a look. I told you guys about the I had an experience when I was younger. Let me tell this again, and then so when I was about, I don't know, 18, 19, 17, we were friends with the Presbyterian Church. I'm Baptist. They were Presbyterian. They had a youth leader, an excellent youth leader. And I don't know. Maybe he's doing this. I don't know. I don't watch his channel. I don't know what it's all about. But anyway, so I had this youth leader, okay, and he went to a retreat for 5 days, carnival in Brazil, lots of naked women on the street. So churches go on retreats. And his church went on this retreat for 5 days. And this youth leader, everybody liked him, from my church, Baptist church, Methodist church. We all liked this guy, Presbyterian church leader. So he went on this retreat for 5 days. And he returned 1 day short, 4 days he was back. And then we were like, what happened? Why are you back and your whole church is there? And he started saying, well, they are accusing me of this crime. I'm not going to say yet. So they are accusing me of this thing, And he was relying support. He was trying to draw support to him, And I threw my support, to him. So, of course, I know you. You are an excellent Bible, teacher, You do a lot of good things, And not just me, but other guys, he was rally trying to draw support to him. And we all threw our support to him, okay? So at the end of the retreat, the whole church came back, and we want to talk to his other leaders of his church. And we showed up defending the guy. How can you even say something about this guy? He's really like a leader, he's a Bible leader. And then the people from his church said, don't do it there. Don't defend the guy. Because he was fondling boys, he was being a pedo, you know what PDF files mean. And the kids came forward and they talked, and they gave all the details. So he was, and what he was doing, he was trying to get support before being accused, okay? So I tried to search for this kind of behavior. That's why I asked you guys in the beginning if there is any psychologist out there to help me out with this. So I went over, I searched for this kind of behavior, and that's what I found. Okay, it's called understanding manipulative denial tactics. So understanding manipulative denial tactics. Key psychological concepts. Deflection, a defense mechanism where a person shifts blame, criticism, or scrutiny away from themselves, often attack someone else or claiming they are too sensitive. While they're talking about me, they say, oh, Eddie's taking too far, is blah, blah, blah. No, symbolism is real. 2, rationalization. When someone invents plausible sounding reasons to justify or explain behavior they are actually ashamed of. For example, I designed my banner for TV viewers. The red things are mine, the black things I got it from my research. The behavior we observed prematurely appeals to character. For example, Flatzoid, I would never do anything to harm little children. Nobody said anything. My question was, what's up with this symbolism? That was my question. What's up with the symbol? What's up with this one eye being covered? emotional outbursts, uploading videos to YouTube Shorts, rallying others, organize a live stream with a full panel with people who defend actual symbolism, who have ties with Freemasonry, and he put it all together and made fun of me. It fits a pattern of reflection and manipulation, like Darvo, deny, attack, reverse victim or offender, like putting me doing symbolism when in fact he is the one doing the symbolism. So guilty individuals often use these tactics precisely because they are trying to control the situation. So that's what I'm saying, like my question is, what's up with the symbolism? I presented this last week. You see all those are priests at the Greek Orthodox Church. One of them displays symbolism. He was not cool. People questioned him, and I kind of followed up. Some called for his resignation. Others from church said that he was going to be expelled from the church. Why? Because he's no, especially being a member of the Greek Orthodox Church, it's totally they don't allow this stuff. Okay, so he knew what he was doing. He presented symbolism. One may say, "Oh, that means nothing." No, they know it means. We all know the meaning. So, to try to desensitize the situation is not going to help. Okay, the symbolism is there. The one-eye symbolism is not used in church. It's used in temples, in lodges. The master masons right there. A Christian should not use. You cannot say this has no meaning. It does have. That's why these people use them. So a Christian should not be using it or approving the use of it. So that's my question. These profile pictures and thumbnails did not edit themselves. My question on my very first live stream, on my number 2, which I had to take down, and my question now is, what's up with the symbolism? These profile pictures and thumbnails did not edit themselves. There was a whole thought process behind it. Composition, for you, computer graphics, or anybody, there's a whole composition behind, and what's up with the symbolism. That was my question. Okay, so if Flatzoid is not like a globe shield infiltrating flat Earth, he is infiltrating Christianity and try to normalize this kind of behavior and symbolism for Christians so that we might see and say, oh, it means nothing, and that's wrong. It does mean something. People display it because they know what they're doing. Christians should not display it. Christians should not adopt. I'm not being influenced by anybody. I'm influenced by my pastors and my teachers, Bible teachers. And when I was 17, my pastor told me, you have no part with this religion called Freemasonry. And you heard the Orthodox priest saying in the beginning, and you should not be doing one-eye symbolism. Whether you're shilling for the, Masons trying to normalize this among Christians, or if you are, I don't know, being an infiltrator in flat Earth. So Daniel, answering your question, we become the company we keep. Exactly. If the guy, Flatzoid has a whole panel with people who adopts the symbolism, display with no problem, have relatives who are Masons, he's going to be one part of them. He's going to be one of them. No, there's no denying that. So that's my problem. What's up with the symbolism? That was my question, number 1. Number 2, I was forced to take down, but I'm not taking down this one. Okay. Now the guys have threatened me. No surprise, as I said from the beginning, if you're part of the system, you're going to use the system against people to try to silence them. I'm not part of the system. I have been tried, several times, and I've been, that pilot guy threatened to come here and beat me up, tried to take me to court, the Australian pilot. So that's what's going on, right? this whole thing is about this symbolism. I don't think so. All right, so I think that's all. I'm gonna play a song so I can drink some water. Okay, I'm kind of tired of talking, so let me get some water. I'm gonna play a song. DJ New Moon is in the house. I'm gonna play your song later, but I wanna hear some this rap song right here. I mean reggae song.
Yo, Babylon been lying from the dawn of time. Me look up and me see the sun still shine. Water always find a level that me know. So the earth has spin, but me can't feel the flow. This is the flat earth reggae. Truth can't bend. The lies them tell have to reach the end. Sky up top, the water's deep. Wake up now, stop, walk and sleep. The way the earth has spin, but me never yet feel it right if we a move so fast. All my coffee still inside. Me look out on the ocean, horizon still flat. If the world did a curve, me woulda see that. NASA full of tricks, CGI on screen. Me watch them rockets, them just lean and lean. Never yet left, just go sideways. Thief them money, make them get away. This is the flat earth reggae. Truth can't bend. The lies them tell have to reach the end. Sky up top, the water's deep. Wake up now, stop, walk and sleep. Sun and the moon, them close, them near. Them light up the sky, it crystal clear. Them no millions of miles out in a space. Me see them same size, same time, same place. Shadow on the moon, now check the marks. Sun can't shine through the firmament glass. Antarctica lock up, guard them there. Them can't let you pass, no matter where you sit. This is the flat earth reggae. Truth can't bend. The lies them tell have to reach the end. Sky up top, the water's deep. Wake up now, stop, walk and sleep. Plane fly crazy, make no sense. Me see route map, them too intense. But the long way, no straight across. Hide the truth and make we lost. Pilot whisper, tell me so. Autopilot, like him can go. Compass point north, but south, no real. Them trick the world with them wicked seal. Firmament high like glass, it lock. Never yet break, never yet crack. Them shoot them rockets, them just go boom. Turn back down like lead balloon. NASA claim them go moon and back, but now them can't do the same attack. Wake up, brother, the world will spin. It flat and wide from end to end. This is the flat earth reggae. Truth can't bend. The lies them tell have to reach the end. Sky up top, the water's deep. Wake up now, stop, walk and sleep. Flat like a pancake, flat like a plate. Them tell we it run, but that's a peer bait. NASA a liar, them fake every tape. The truth right, yeah, so you can't escape. Them call me crazy, them call me mad, but me walk on truth and me stand with God. No space station, no satellite. The word flat, I me know me right. Flat earth reggae, flat earth reggae, flat earth reggae. We know the truth.
All right, guys, we're back. Let me know if you guys can hear me because for some reason, when I'm playing audios or songs or videos, I'm not listening to it, you know. So please let me know, guys, if you can hear me well. And I agree. I'm looking at some comments here. No one leads flat earth. We have no leaders. Jesus Christ is our leader. The Bible is our leader. That's it. You know, don't listen to these guys. And I think, you know, I think a good thing to do would just, I don't know, ban these guys, block these guys forever. So yeah, flat Earth is attacked by many fronts. Yes, it is. Many fronts, from outside, from Globers, and from fake flat earthers. A lot of things going on. So, flat Earth deplorable. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, because I'm having, I can't listen to the audio from the songs I play. Thanks for letting me know. So, is flatzoid shield or a controller position? I don't know. I have my suspicions, because of its symbolism. It tells a lot about a person. You heard the guy saying it's a code. I played all the videos at the beginning. They communicate with codes and messages. Why is it, if he's not part of the club, why is he using, a lot of questions. I told you guys 2 weeks ago, this send mixed messages, and he's sending mixed messages. See, if not to flat earthers, to Christians, as a Christians, and he's saying there is nothing wrong with the symbol, one eye symbolism, when the church says, yes, there is. It's called the eye, the evil eye. The Church of the Genuine Orthodox Christians of Greece, the evil eye. You're not supposed to use or display or anything. The evil eye jewelry is obviously demonic in origin, and that's present in many pagan religions. It is naturally forbidden for the Orthodox Christians to mix Christ together with pagan idolatry. St. Paul asks, what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness? What communion has light with darkness? And what concord the Christ with Belial? Or what part has that who believed with an infidel? So why is he and the agreement at the temple of God with idols? 2 Corinthians 6, 4 and 16. So why is he in accord with those guys who do it because they know what the meaning is at his channel and display and make jokes and, they desensitize, So there's something wrong there. There's something wrong, and Flatzoid has to repent, totally repent, and renounce all that stuff, and prohibit his moderators from using it, because there is a symbolism. We know what it means. Or, yeah, he's doing, or, he goes ahead and takes ownership and positions himself, on the side of the people who are doing Freemasonry. He has to choose between Christ and the idols, the ecumenism, which means all churches together, all religions, or Christ. He has to choose. He cannot mix them together and bring them together. All right, guys, I want to talk to you about one more thing. I mentioned last week about what's going on in Japan. A lot of changes are going on here rapidly. It's so crazy. So please pay attention to this short video right here. Take a listen on what's going on here in Japan.
Just for fun, but this is so not fun, but just to give you an idea of what they're doing in Japan, or what they want to do in Japan. This is some of the things that this Sanseito, the new Japanese First Party, that just picked up 14 seats miraculously, suddenly, out of nowhere in Japan. Here's a couple of things that will directly affect me. They want to make a loyalty test for foreigners. No details on that yet. They want to suspend healthcare and other benefits that are given to all permanent residents and citizens. They want to change that to citizens only. They want to ban or restrict foreigners owning property in Japan. They want to remove political rights from first-generation naturalized citizens. They may extend that for 3 generations. Yeah, that's serious. Do you understand that? They would give you citizenship, but you can't vote and you can't run for office. Or your children or your grandchildren. And this is a good one. They want the royal family, so those in the heir, the in-line to be emperor, to have concubines to make sure that they are able to have offspring, because that's been a bit of an issue here. Good for him. This is Lang Standard, currently in Japan.
A new political party in Japan is looking to restore the emperor and bring Japan back to their World War II days. The Sanseto Party has drafted a constitution to restore power to the emperor, deport all foreigners, and is now the third biggest political party. They also look to restore the flag to this one from the World War II, the Imperial Japanese flag that was changed after the war. If they would win enough seats, they said that they will vote on changing the constitution and giving the emperor full power.
Breaking news out of Japan, where right-wing populist groups have made major wins according to exit polls, and Japan's long-governing Liberal Democratic Party suffered what appears to be a major defeat in the parliamentary elections.
This just in, Japan's fascist movement is moving at an alarming rate. They've gained heaps of seats in the government, and they are proposing so many crazy things. One, they are proposing to go back to the old World War II ways of growing their military. Then they are proposing to so they've signed a nuclear deal. They can't have nuclear weapons, right? But they are now proposing to put nuclear weapons in nuclear submarines and travel them around Japan, protecting their borders against South Korea, China, and other countries in the region. And let me tell you, it is very scary how quickly the Japanese fascist movement is actually happening. And people are all for it. They are trying to kick out foreigners from Japan. They are trying to change their government. This is Japan at another level.
All right, so that's the situation that we are at right now. So if the guys want to sue me, or they can do it, don't know if I'll be here. By the time the whole thing gets here, I might be either at Unit 731, being used by experiments, or I might have fled and I'll be in the Amazon, where nobody can find, no internet or anything, because things are going bad rapidly here. There are X or Twitter groups now that some Japanese people are organizing groups to beat up foreigners, and we are not. Nobody here is illegal. We all came here. I'm in a different situation because I'm married to a Japanese woman, but many of the immigrants here, they came legally because the companies were making. Japan was the second largest economy in the last 30 years. Attracted many people, but now Japan is going down, and they want to blame the foreigners who are here, who are not doing anything. We are victims as well. So they want a platform to climb, and they are using immigrants, and they are organizing. They're organized. If which we got bad news that the prime minister will resign, which means there will be a lower house election, which means this party will gain more power, which means they will go ahead and do the things they are doing. And these internet groups who are organizing mobs to beat up foreigners will be doing something. And here, it's very hard to go against the Japanese. The foreigners are always wrong, even if he's right. So that's the situation we are right now. Thanks for the prayers. And and this can happen. I'm talking about weeks, within weeks, months or weeks, the whole thing can change here. So it's going to be like, it's done with approval. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I think the whole thing is going right, extreme right. And because they're going to push the digital ID, I got a number already. Everyone here in Japan got a number. And we have to use that number everywhere, but it's a card now. So they will be pushing for this to be implanted or something, and they need to create a problem for that, and that's the problem. And even if I run to Brazil, The most likely the far right leader there will be elected in 2026. So it's going to be the same thing there in Brazil. So there's no escape. We are running out of place to go, and that's how it is. All right, guys. So let me see. I don't want the show to end. Last week, I need to calculate the time because I'm gonna play DJ New Moon new song at the end. So I gotta make sure the show doesn't end in any Masonic number. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and talk until 1:30. Yeah, if you're talking about David Wise, he's an actor. No problem. I think Vika should totally ban the guy. All true flat earth channels should totally. I told you guys several weeks ago or months, don't host him. He is, he is always on the wrong side. He's always shilling for the Shills. Maybe I should share this again. That picture. Where is it? Show 78. I'm enjoying here my new computer, and but still learning. Oh yeah, to finish here the show, not to the show, but Daniel 3:18. Me and my brothers in Christ, we are not going to bow down to one eye symbolism, their God. We will not worship your God, and we will not bow down. Daniel 3:18. You can take me to jail, you can drop my channel, you can do anything you want, but I will not honor your God, the one eye symbolism, the evil eye. We are not. I know a lot of people here will not do that. So you can keep that. We are not. This channel here will not bow down to Baal, Belial, Apollo, NASA, David Wise, TFE. Not this channel. You can make mockumentaries, show display on Netflix, which is another satanic, you know, network, whatever. So you can display your movies there, your documents, your documentaries, but not this channel here. We will not worship your God, and we will not bow down. Daniel 3:18. All right, so let me go back here, answer the chat a little bit more, display a banner. We know we are from God and that the whole world is under the control of the evil one. 1 John 5:19. All right, guys, I'm not going to finish it now, but if you want to support the channel, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what's going to happen. I depend on my students and my Brazilian community here. And this week, because of the situation, I already had students who told me they are leaving, they're going to go back to Brazil, they don't want to stay here. And, that means I'm going to lose more students. I already am down from from the start of the pandemic to now. I'm down I lost like 70% of my students. Many people, because of jobs, were lost here. Many of them left, went back to Brazil, took their families. And so this week, another family told me they are leaving. They are not going to stay here under this new party that's arising, and that's going to make our lives here completely hell. I'm just about, I'm not at the age of retirement, because I've been having some health problems. I just started the process of retiring, and I think that's not going to be possible now, because they won't be making it easier for me to retire. So if you guys want to help the channel or become a Patreon, it's much appreciated. Not required, everything is free. But if you want to, a poster or a book, go to my website. Anything there helps. And I greatly appreciate. So let me interact here with the chat a little bit. What else? Daniel. So Daniel, I am an English teacher here in Japan. I lived in the U.S. for many years. I'm married to a Japanese woman, and we have two daughters. Our two daughters were born in the U.S. and they speak English native as a native because they are natives. You know, they are fluent. They were there. My oldest one was there until the time of the COVID when I told her to come to Japan and stay here with us. So she teaches English at an international school. We had our own English school here, mostly for the Brazilian community who had really trouble learning English in the Japanese systems school. And we have many good students who succeeded in tests and exams. When COVID started, many companies started, reducing the number of hours. And in Japan, the only way you can survive here is working 12 hours a day. That's the almost like the regular Japanese work schedule. They work 12 hours a day. When reduced to 8 hours, people just cannot afford. People cannot afford living here. So now with this persecution to foreigners, which there's no illegals here, everybody came here because the companies needed workers, and now they don't need it anymore because the companies are all bankrupt. The Nissan is closing down, they're losing to China everything. So now they found a scapegoat with the people they brought here. So if we have to go back, I mean, not we, because my daughters won't go. They're American citizens. They can go to Guam, which is 4 hours from here. I can't go to the US because I do so many NASA videos. They will probably take me to Alligator, Auschwitz there, what's they call, Alcatraz, or send me to El Salvador. My wife can stay here, but I don't know what's going to happen. And things are going crazy, like weekly, every week. Like this morning, I already watched a video of some Japanese people rounding up an Indian guy at the subway. So yeah, people, the situation is bad because the Japanese has lost power, money. The yen is so weak. They have to work extra. Right now in August, they announced raising the price of 1,000 items. In May, we had our electricity bill, power, gas, everything, gas up. Now they just announced 1,000 items are going to go up. So even the Japanese, they are feeling the pressure and they are venting out, I understand their frustration, but we are not the problem. They let China take over and advance while they insisted in the technology of the 90s. They were successful in the 90s, but they got stuck in time. That was a problem for them, and now their frustration, they don't know where to vent out this frustration. They are taking on us, people who are here, who came to work when they were prosperous. Now, it's just like the Israel in Egypt. They were there when they were helping the Pharaoh, Joseph, and then suddenly the Egyptians turned against them, So this is very similar. All right, so let me see the time. I don't want to end the show. It's like, any Illuminati time. I think we are good to go now. So thanks, guys, for being here today. I hope to be back next week if the Lord so allows us. Let's see what Flat Sword's going to do about his symbolism, if he's going to ban from his channel, or if he's going to double down and adopt all symbolism. Because if he lets this one, they may as well adopt the pedo symbolism and the rainbow flag symbolism. When you open the door for one, you open the door for all. So let's see his reaction and see what he's going to do about it. Love you guys. Thanks for everything. Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't shout out to everybody in the chat today. I had a lot of things to cover, but I'm not going to take down this video. It's going to be on. I did not I don't know, even describe the words they say, Slender or anybody. I just presented facts, what's up with the symbolism. Those one eye symbolism did not edit themselves. There was a whole thought process behind it. The message should be displayed everything was done with a thought process. Nothing was done like with somebody not paying attention or anything. All right, so I think that's all for today. Thanks again. I'll see you guys next week. May the Lord bless you guys. Let me see, we're being up. Yeah, we are safe now. God bless you guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.
That